till 16 we understood various materials are coming out, various products coming out from the different limbs of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from the various parts. So then after that, today we are going to discuss about the from 18 onwards Ekapada Vibhuti and Tripada Vibhuti. So it is covered in total 5 slokas, 18 to 22. In this, we are seeing the Ekapada Vibhuti and Tripada Vibhuti. Okay. So it's a question. Explain the. I think this question might be there in the question map. Explain the Ekapada Vibhuti and Tripada Vibhuti of the Supreme Lord. So you have to give the following section, following discussion. So I will discuss now. It is covered in marks, 10 marks. It is explained in Bhagavad Sandarbha from Anusheda 78. From 78 to from 78 to 78, only 78. Okay, one Anusheda. Okay, now we'll discuss from the Sandarbha also, that is Jiva Goswami's commentary and some points from this and few points from the purports. So what is the main thing? What we are going to learn? 4. How many total? 4. 4 padas. 4 padas are there. In that, 3 are the spiritual and 1 is material. The spiritual opulence is, what is that? It is abhayam, okay, amrutam, abhayam, and kshemam. These are the features. These are the 3 features. These 3. Abhayam, Amritam, Kshemam. Another Amritam, Kshemam, Abhayam. 3 is 3 padas. And 1 pada is Martyam. One is the Martyam. Okay. That means after explaining 1 to 17 about the Martyam, so various products are coming from the Virat Purusha. Limbs of Virat Purusha. Okay. Limbs of Virat Purusha. From where you are coming? They are coming from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Yes or no? Why Virat Purusha you are saying? So it is they are coming from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So that is a total is Martyam. These all products are material products. And also in the purport we read, yesterday we took one question. What is that? Spiritual world, material world is a reflection of the spiritual world. Prabhupada was writing there. So the way Lord is producing material objects, they are all temporary. And the same Lord is also producing in the spiritual world. Vishwanath Chakravarti also is saying. That means the Agni are the, what is that? Wise. Agni, wise, Agni and so on. So all these are all what? Spiritual actually. They are all spiritual. So same products which we are seeing in the material world, those in the spiritual world, they are transcendental actually. That means the same body of the Lord is producing material and also spiritual. That's why the spiritual opulence is Amartyam, Abhayam, Kshemam. And the material opulence is Martyam, is a destructible. So now that means from 1 to 16 you understood Martyam. And now here Sukadeva Goswami, Brahmaji is saying, hey Narad, what you are thinking? This is only the opulence of the Lord? No, he is also having the more than this in the spiritual world. Spiritual opulence is having. So that is a 3/4 and it is 1/4. So otherwise we don't get full picture. We'll be thinking that Lord is producing only material world. We don't think that there is a spiritual fire, there is a spiritual voice, there is a spiritual Anna, there is a spiritual, all the materials, whatever we are seeing, all those are existing in the spiritual world and they are all pure. So that's why that idea is necessary. Otherwise, Mayavadis, they think what? They think that this material world is created by the Maya. It is just the avidya. Avidya of the Jivatma is the cause for the creation of this entire material world. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is defeating this philosophy in the 34th sloka, in the same chapter. So the idea of the Advaitins is this material world is not coming from the spiritual body of the Supreme Lord, but it is coming from the avidya of the Jiva. This is their opinion. But this opinion is completely condemned here. Brahmaji is rejecting this opinion. So that's why this is the background behind this topic. Many people, they don't identify the spirit behind the matter. They always think that matter is coming from the matter. But matter is coming from the spirit. That's why it's a very important chapter. This is also sixth. Maybe especially Prabhupada is writing big purports because scientists, they think that matter is coming from the matter. That's the main problem actually. So let's come to our discussion. Sloka. Somrutasya Martyamannam Yadatyagat Mahimaisha Tato Brahman Purushasya Duratyayaha. So we are reading second canto, 6th chapter, 18 sloka. Second canto, 6th chapter, 18 sloka. Okay. So translation, Akshay Hariprabhu.
Godhead is the controller of immorality and fearlessness.
Immortality.
Immortality and
Hmm.
fearlessness. He is the transcendental to death and fruitive actions of material world. O Narada, O Brahmana, it is therefore difficult to measure the glories of Supreme Person.
Yes. Saha Amrutaha. Who is that? That's Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Is Amrutaha. Amrutasya. Abhayasya. Already, so he is Amrutasya. Amrutasya means deathless. He doesn't have any mortality. And Abhayasya. And also he is fearless. And also from these two words, you can take third one. What is that? Kshemasya. And also he is auspicious. Upalakshana. From the Upalakshana, you can take third word. Because these three words always goes together. Because in the coming sloka, in the next sloka, we are seeing Amrutam Kshemam Abhayam. Amrutam Kshepam is coming. So Kshem, Amrutam Abhayam is Amrutam Abhayam Kshemam. These three are the unit. So if some place, if you see two, that means you can take third one also. Okay, yeah. Like if you say, sometimes if you say absolute truth is Satyam, then you can take there Gnanam Anantam also. If absolute truth is described somewhere Satyam Gnanam this much, then you can take Anantam also. So similarly, here also you should take Kshemasya. That means this Lord, Saha Amrutasya Abhayasya Ishaha. He is also, actually here, Lord is the personality of God. He is the controller of, he is the controller of Isha. He is the controller of Samrutam, Abhayam and Kshemam. Martyam Annam. Yadatyagat. And he is a transcendental to the death and the fruitive actions. Mahima Yesha Tato Brahman Purushasya Duratyayaha. So what is said? He is Amrutaha. I will use little space. Amrutasya. He is the controller of Amrutam, Amrutasya Ishaha. And also Abhayam and Kshemam. That means some object is like this. That is what? That is Tripath Srishti, Tripath Vibhuti. That is Amrutam, that is Abhayam and Kshemam. He is a controller of Ishaha, control of this. Okay. And also, one more point. And he is beyond the Martyam. That means beyond the death. O Narada, O Brahmana, it is therefore difficult to measure the glories of the Supreme Person. He is the controller of Amritam and Abhayam, which is infinite, which is unlimited. So that's why measuring his powers are not so easy. So this is explained about this Tripad Vibhuti and the Ekapad Vibhuti in the Padmottara Khanda. In the purport also Prabhupada is writing. It is also said in the Padma Purana. See the middle of this purport. So big purport is there. In that middle it is there. It is also said in the Padma Purana that the kingdom of Tripad Vibhuti is transcendental, whereas Pada Vibhuti is mundane. Okay. Where it is said? In the Padma Purana. So what are those slokas? You can see from the Bhagavad Sandarbha. Those slokas are Tripad Vibhute Lokastu Asankhya Parikirtitaha Shuddha Sattvamaya Sarve Brahmananda Sukahvayaha Sarve Nitya Nirvikara Heya Raga Vivarjitaha Sarve Hiranmaya Shuddha Koti Surya Samaprabhaha Sarve Vedamaya Divya Kamakrodadivarjitaha Narayana Padambuja Bhakteka Rasa Sevinaha Nirantaram Samagana Paripurna Sukham Sritaha Sarve Panchopanishat Swarupa Veda Varchasaha. Tripad Vibhuti is explained here. Padma Purana. Huh? Anushada number 78, Bhagavad Sandarbha. If you don't have this book, you can get the. Actually, I can share actually this Bhagavad Sandarbha. In there you can see. Or otherwise, Krama Sandarbha also it is there. In that you may find this. So in this sloka, we are clearly seeing Tripad Vibhuti and also Ekapad Vibhuti. Martyam means Ekapada Vibhuti, Amrutam, Abhayam, and you have to consider one more word, Kshemam. These three are the Tripad Vibhuti. Okay? Tripad Vibhuti is what? It is the Suddha Sattvamayam. It is a Suddha Sattvamayam and also Brahmananda Sukhaha. It is completely filled with the supreme bliss. And Nityaha, all the objects in this spiritual world, Amritam, Abhayam, and Kshemam is Nityaha, Nirvikaraha. There are no changes in that. Heya Raga Vivarjitaha. There is no heinous qualities in that. Sarve Hiranmayaha, Suddhaha. That means they are all completely pure. And Koti Surya Samaprabhaha. They are effulgent with like thousands and millions, crores of the suns. They are effulgent like effulgence of accumulation of crores of the suns. Sarva Vedamayaha, Divyaha, they are all transcendental and they are all Vedamayaha. Kama Krodadi Vivarjitaha, that means they are devoid of lust, anger, and so. Narayana Padam Bhoja Bhaktyeka Rasa Sevinaha. So they are available to whom? Whoever is worshipping the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. To them only they will be available. So this kind of things are there. That means what Advaitins they think? Advaitins they think that material world is only is having existence and is there, and spirituality is completely is why it's like a Brahman without any qualities. They say there is nothing there is spiritual world according to them, but here clearly it is substantiating. Srimad Bhagavatam is clearly saying there is a spiritual world and there are all the objects are existing. What we are seeing in this material world, they are all simply reflection of the objects in the spiritual world. So that's why this is a proof to say existence of the spiritual world and the spiritual objects. So there is another world beyond the material world. Prapanchatita lokaha. So next, पादविभूतिशब्देन तु प्रपञ्च इति यथा उक्तं तत्रैव। त्रिपाद व्याप्तिः परं धाम्ने पादस्योऽस्येह भवत् पुनः त्रिपादविभूतिर्नित्यं स्यादनित्यं पादमैश्वर्यम्. In the same place, what about this one pada? Three padas we learned. That means amrutam, abhayam, kshemam is what are these characteristics we learned? And now you should also know the pada vibhuti, that is prapancha, material world. That is what? Anityam. And also ashashvatam. Anityam, much is not given here. Pada vibhuti nityam syad anityam padam aishwaryam. Nityam tadrupam ishasya param dhamni sthitam shubham achyutam shashvatam divyam sada yavanamashritam nityam sambhogamishwaryah shriya bhumnya cha samrutam. So like this, अतएव तदनुसारेण द्वितीय संस्कंदोप्येवं योजनीयः तत्र सोमृतस्य अभयस्य ईशो मर्त्यम अन्न. So this sloka is coming next. So अमृताद्वियं तृतीयत्वेन वक्ष्यमाणस्य क्षेमस्यापि उपलक्षणं श्रुतौ च अमृतत्वस्य ईशानः इत्यत्र अमृतत्वं तद् युगोपलक्षणम्. अत्र धर्मी प्रधानी निर्देशः श्रुतौ च तत्र धर्ममात्र निर्देशस्य तत्रैव तात्पर्यं तत्र अमृतम. So now in this sloka you have to take first what? According to the Padma Purana, you should write the characteristics of Tripat Vibhuti. Okay? Then Ekapada Vibhuti is material world, then that is Anityam. Then after that, so this in this sloka, Amrutam is there. What is the meaning of Amrutam here? What it means? Amrutam means what? Swadrishtavadbihi purushaihi abhishtitam iti. So where it is said in the second canto 9th chapter 9th sloka, there it is said that first we are discussing in this sloka Amrutam. Spiritual world is Amrutam. How can you say what is the proof? 2.9.9. 2.9.9 is saying. What is it is saying? Swadrishtavadbihi purushaihi abhishtitum. There Brahmaji only he is saying actually. Tasmai sulokam bhagavan savajitaha. That means Sukadeva Goswami is saying about the Brahmaji did the tapasya. Then after that he is seeing the spiritual world. And what kind of spiritual world? That is desired by the self-realized souls also. So that means this sloka is saying what? That spiritual world is desired by self-realized souls. That means what? Self-realized souls, they don't like any material things, yes or no? Will they like it back? Then they are not they cannot be known as self-realized souls. That means they are already beyond the material objects. But they are desiring that place. That means what Brahmaji is seeing. Sukadev Goswami is saying that Brahmaji is seeing such a planet, such a loka, which is also desired by the self-realized souls. That means that loka, that spiritual world is Amrutam. Yes, because self-realized souls, they are desiring that. And next what? Amrutam is done. Abhayam. Abhayam means what? How can you prove this? Abhayam. Spiritual world is Abhayam. What is that? Param na yat param. Ityanusarena paramanandah ateva amrutam iti tatparyam. So, and one more point actually, before going to the Abhayam. So this is also said. So param na yat param. There is nothing beyond this. There is nothing beyond this. Same sloka is saying. So that means it is what? Param nayat param. That means it is highest bliss. The spiritual world is highest. Everyone wants bliss only, na? If it is not blissful, then nothing is higher than the bliss of this. That's why it is the state of highest bliss, the spiritual world. And so, and also there is a Amrutam Vishnu Mandiram. There is one more reference is there. Amrutam Vishnu Mandiram. There is one more sloka. I don't know reference of this. It is not given. Amrutam Vishnu Mandiram. This also is saying the abode of the Vishnu is Amrutam. Is also Padma Purana. Okay. So from this, these 3 points are establishing Amrutam, not Abhayam. Abhayam we didn't go till now. Next, Abhayam, spiritual world, Adhyatmik Jagat, spiritual world is Abhayam. We are saying Abhayam. Why we are saying Abhayam? How can you say it is Abhayam? Because Nacha Kala Vikramaha. Why we get the fear? Any place, what is the main reason for getting the fear? Fear is because of the influence of the time. Time is in this material world only, influence of time is there. That's why every day time is what? What is the function of the time? Time, what it does? Huh? Time brings the changes in the modes, and so that the every object is growing, and after that maintained, and it is dwindling and finally destroyed actually. So it is destroying the objects. It is a destroyer of everything in this material world. So that's why we are having the attachment for the so many things, and if we come to know this object is going to go away from us because of the time, it may be destroyed. So then we get the fear. So that's why the root cause for the fear, one way we can say, that is the time, influence of the time, kalaha. But in the spiritual world, there is no time. Nacha kala vikramaha. What is the same flow? There is a next sloka. What is the sloka number? 2, 9, 10. You can remove this. So 2, 9, 10, 10. 2, 9, 10 is saying Nacha Kala Vikramaha. That means there is no influence of the time in the spiritual world. So that's why it is fearless. There is no, in the spiritual world, no one is having the fear. Next, Atayeva Dijaha Dhama Akuto Bhayam. And also 12, 11, 19. This is also saying Akuto Bhayam. There is no fear in this spiritual world. Okay, next. Kshemam. The second one, Abhayam is over. Final is Kshemam. How can you say spiritual world is Kshemam? Because Nayatra Maya. Why we have? Atmanam Trigunaatmakam. Paropi Manute Atmanam Trigunaatmakam. So the Jivatma is having the anartha. Jivatma is having the anartha. What kind of anartha? Anartha means what? Unwanted thing. Jivatmas are having the anarthas. This is due to what? Unwanted thing. What is the main unwanted thing for the Jivatma? What Vyasdev is saying there? Forgetfulness of what? Are anartham, anarthopashamam. We are saying that anartham is going, how it is going? What is that anartham? First you explain anartham, and that anartham is going by the bhakti. So what is that anartha? Atmanam Trigunatmakam, considering soul as body. Atmanam Trigunatmakam. Atmanam Trigunatmakam. That means they are considering body as soul. Self. Self is body. Made of three modes. So this is the main anartha actually. That is due to what? That is due to Maya. So that means main problem for the main inauspiciousness. Jivatma is having inauspiciousness means Jivatma is thinking himself as body. This is the inauspiciousness. And that inauspiciousness is due to what? Is due to influence of the Maya. So that means if there is any place there is no Maya, then there is no inauspiciousness. That means there is auspiciousness. That means kshemam. So that's why spiritual world is kshemam. You are saying, what is the reference? How can you say? Na yatra Maya. There is no Maya. That's why spiritual world is kshemam. What is that sloka number? 2.9.10. Clear? Come to the next sloka. That means इत्यादि अनुसारेण भगवद बहिर्मुखताकार गुण संबंधाभावात् भगवद भजन मंगलाश्रयत्वं ज्ञेयम्. So that means since there is no Maya in the spiritual world, that means the Jivatma, if any, when Maya will attack, when Isha the Petasya, when Maya will attack on Jiva, when it will attack? How many times? Ishat apetasya. That means the Jivatma, when it is aversion, showing aversion towards the Supreme Lord, and it is otherwise not having the Paratattva Gnanam, then it is attacked by the Maya. Okay, that means any Vaimukhyam is there in the Jivatma, so that is also represented in the form of attacking of Maya. So Maya is attacking means there is Vaimukhyam is there. So now Maya is not there means there is no Vaimukhyam, means there is Sanmukhyam, means that means worshipping of Lord. That means there is auspiciousness. Understood? No? There is auspiciousness in the spiritual world. Why? Because there is no Maya, means there is no Vimukata, means there is Sanmukata, means there is worshipping of the Lord, means there is auspiciousness. That is also one way. Tathacha Naradi. In the Narada Purana also it is said, Naradiya Purana. सर्वमङ्गलमूर्धन्या पूर्णानन्दमयी सदा द्विजेन्द्र तव मय्यस्तु भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी. So the devotion of the Supreme Lord is the Sarva Mangala Murdhanya and Purnanandamayi. Sada devotion to the Lord. That means there is no. That means there is a devotion. There is no Maya, means there is a devotion in the spiritual world. Devotion is what? Devotion is Sarva Mangala Murdhanya. That means it is the top of all the auspiciousnesses. Bhakti is the top. Bhakti is the top, is on the top of all auspiciousnesses. Sarva Mangala Murdhanya. And also Purnanandamayi. It will give the complete bliss. That's Mayi is to Bhakti Avyabhicharini. That means what is that? Avyabhichari Bhakti in the Lord is the top on the all the auspiciousness. That's why we are saying this. If there is no, that means spiritual world is completely blissful because of this reason. It's completely auspicious. So tatra tat shabdena lakshanamaya kashtakalpanaya. Okay. Atayeva kshemam vindanti matsthanam ityuktam. Even Lord is also saying one more place to establish kshemam. 11, 20, 37. Kshemam vindanti matsthanam. So in my abode they will get kshemam, means auspiciousness. Tatra tat shabdena. So lakshanamaya kashta kalpanaya janaloka adivacham nishedhan hetum nyasyati. So one unfortunate thing, so our Sridhar Swami is taking Tripad Vibhuti, means Vibhuti in the Janaloka, Tapoloka and Satyaloka. Okay. And Ekapada Vibhuti means down to the, so that means Maharloka and down to that. So Jiva Goswami is not accepting this. He is not accepting this. I said already in the Tattva Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami is not ready to accept all the points of Sridhar Swami. Wherever it is in line with the Vaishnava Siddhanta, that only he will take. Okay. Okay. Next word in this sloka, Annam is there. Annam means Karmadi Phalam, the results of the fruitive activities. That is Annam. We are all getting the Annam, food. From where we are getting this? Not prasadam, but the food we get. Annam means Karmadi Phalam. In the sloka it is there. Martyam Annam. Is there or not? Yeah. Annam means what? Karmadi Phalam. So Trilokyadikam Yasmat Atyaghat Atikramyaiva Tatra Virajate iti. So Annam Atyagat. What is there? Annam Yadatyagat. That means he is surpassing this Annam and staying. This personality, Saha, that means Karnano Garbhodakasai Vishnu, is Annam Atyagat. That means he is beyond to the Annam. Annam means Karmadi Phalam. So it's not the Garbhodakasai Vishnu is in this Brahmanda is not due to any karma. No. He doesn't have any karma to stay there. But we are all having the karma, and that's why we are here. So that's why his existence is beyond the Annam, beyond the Karma Phala. Okay. एषः अमृताद्यैश्वर्यरूपः दुरत्ययः ब्रह्मचर्यादिभिः केनचित् मनसापि अवरोद्धुम् अशक्यः. So duratyayaha, in this sloka duratyayaha is their word. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Lord is duratyayaha. That means he is impossible to get him by any other kinds of the vratas. That means brahmachari, vrata, dhana, tapa, ityadi vratas you do. By that vratas you cannot get him. He is beyond all these vratas. So that's why what is said here, duratyayaha. He is only, you can get him by only one bhakti, not by any other sadhanas. Duratyayaha is said, that's why. Okay, next. Tadevam amartyam aishwaryam tripat martyam ekapat iti tasya chaturpada aishwaryam punar vivrunoti. That means now we should understand that he is having the four padas. These three are the spiritual and one is the material. And he is beyond this. He is beyond this. It is a material, martyam. This is material opulence. Is beyond the material opulence. Because it is said in the sloka, annam atyagat. Annam yadatyagat. This is saying. He is beyond this. Of course, four are belong to him, but he is beyond this. Tadevam amartyam aishwaryam tripat martyam ekapat. Amartyam is tripat and martyam is ekapat. So in the next sloka, Padeshu sarva bhutani. Prabhupada is also explaining the thing, duratyaha word. So in the last paragraph, so duratya means is not possible by the any vratas, like the vratas given to the ashramas, brahmachari vrata in the brahmachari ashram and the sannyas vrata in the sannyas ashram. By this you cannot get him. So he is giving the, that means actually according to the Sridhar Swami, then you can go to the Janaloka by who what? By the brahmachari vrata, and you'll go to the Tapoloka by the rules of the Vanaprastha ashram, and you'll go to the Satyaloka by the following the strictly rules of the sannyasa ashram. So, but here Jiva Goswami is saying no. Here what he said, he is duratyaha is said. That means it is not belong to any of these three lokas, but so here he duratyaha means he is not attained by this and he is belong to the spiritual world actually, not the, you should not take here tripat means you should not take these three lokas. No. So that is the point he said here. Okay, next come to the, this much you should try to understand. So enough. And padeshu sarva bhutani pumsa sthiti pado viduhu amrutam kshemam abhayam trimurdno dhayi murdhasu. Akinjan Krishna Prabhu.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead is to be known as the supreme reservoir of all material opulences by the 1/4 of his energy in which all the living entities exist. Deathlessness, fearlessness, and freedom from the anxieties of old age and disease exist in the kingdom of God, which is beyond the three higher planetary systems and beyond the material coverings.
Yes. Padeshu sarva bhutani. How many padas are there? 4. Padeshu means in 4 padas. Sarva bhutani means total living entities, material and spiritual, muktas and conditioned, all liberated and conditioned, all the souls are covered in 4 padas. Padeshu sarva bhutani. Whose padas? So padas belong to stita padaha. Pumsaha stita padaha padeshu. So it is belonging to pada means you can take 1/4, or also pada means is a pada of the stita padaha. Stita padaha means, so 4 padas means is the 4 opulences. Okay, 4 opulences. 3 are the spiritual, 1 is the material. So the one who is having these 4 opulences is known as stita padaha. Understand? Stita padaha. In this sloka, what is there? Stita padaha is there. Stiti padaha, sorry. Stitihi. Stitayaha mane matyadyaushyaryani tani padaha eva adhisthana bhutani yasya tasya stita padaha. Stita padaha, stiti padaha, sorry. Stiti padaha means the one who is residing in 4 opulences. Or owning, residing or owning 4 opulences. Four kinds of opulences. Who is that? That is Stitapada. And he is having what? Padas. That means one opulence is 1 pada. So in these padas, all the living entities, Sarvani Bhutani. All the living entities are coming under these 4 padas. Okay? Sarva Bhutani. Sarvani Bhutani or Sarva Bhutani. Okay. Do you have any? That means all living entities are covered in these 4 padas. That means Sarva Bhutani means conditioned and liberated. All are covered. So try to understand that's Advaita philosophy is completely wrong actually. That is just because they say that this material world is just mithya. Material world is mithya, it's not mithya. It is also coming from the body of spiritual body of the Mahavishnu. That's a Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Padan darshayati trayanam सात्विकादि पदार्थानां मूर्धेव मूर्धा प्रकृतिः तस्य मूर्धा तदुपरि विराजमानेषु श्री वैकुंठ लोकेषु total how many padas are there? 4. In these 4, these 3 padas are residing on the top of, on the head of 1 pada, which is out of Trigunas. This is from out of Vegas. On this top, these 3 are there. What is that? Abhayam, sorry, Amritam, Abhayam, Kshemam. These 3 padas, that means 3 Aishwaryas, 3 opulences. You should not think that so there is a space of this full, and now you cut it into 4 parts, and 3 parts are the spiritual world and 1 part is made like this. Not like that. There are infinite jivas are there, unlimited jivas that are there in the material world, and also unlimited jivas are there in the spiritual world. It's not that you have the some, so 1/4 of the living entities are in the material world and the 1/4 3/4 are in the spiritual. Is like that? No. The thing is what? That opulence is amrutam, abhayam, kshemam. That is the meaning actually. So general concepts I know. Okay, no need to. General concepts you can leave. But this is the concept actually. Because otherwise, if you say there are limited jivas in the material world, then after that sometime material world will be finished. And there is no material world and there is no Garbhodak Sai Vishnu's necessity and either others. Then this is not the true actually. Vedas are ananta, jivas are also ananta, conditioned souls also ananta, unlimited. Then how can you say it is 1/4 and it is 3/4? Can you say? So that means that is not the approach. Material world is 1/4, spiritual world is 3/4. Material jivas are 1/4 and spiritual jivas are 3/4. No. So material opulence is martyam. Its total is martyam, which is destructible. Huh? Okay, it is like this. You should understand.
Padas and one block is a goal round, and one is the triguna, that is chaturth pada is there. There is mentioned.
Yeah, fourth pada.
The fourth pada is under triguna, out of triguna. That is
no. Fourth pada is out of trigunas. Is made up of triguna, and on top of this, three are the.
That's made of triguna. Fourth pada.
Yes. Yes. कहाँ सुनते प्रभु? सुन रहे नहीं? If anyone asks, that means why spiritual world is 3 path is said, you should say immediately amrutam, abhayam, kshemam. Because of this it is said as 3 path. And material world is 1 path because it is martyam. That is the meaning. And why it is amrutam and why it is why it is abhayam, why it is kshemam, that also you should say. Since there is no influence of time, that's why it is abhayam. Since there is no maya, that's why it is kshemam. And it is blissful. It is also blissful. It is said in the naparam. That means there is no another highest spiritual planet, or there is no another any object which is beyond this object in giving pleasure. It is the highest giving pleasure. That's why it is amrutam. It is completely blissful. Okay, anyway, that we already discussed. Now come to the in this sloka. So that means this the stitipadaha, that means the person who is having these 4 opulences. So that means in that 4 padas, all the living entities are covered, conditioned and liberated. So in that 3 padas are staying on the top of the 4th pada, which is out of trigunas. That is the meaning of the sloka. Okay. ततः पूर्वस्य मर्त्यात् मर्त्यान्नमात्रात्मकत्वाद् एकपात्वम् उत्तरस्य अमृतादित्रयात्मकत्वात् त्रिपात्वम् इति भावः. Now Jiva Goswami clearly is saying why it is known as ekapatvam, because it is out of only annam. Because of it is only Annam. Annamatratvat. Because it is out of the annam. Annam means what? Karma phalam. Because of the karma phala, and it is ekapat. And that is what? It is having the three. Tripatvam. Why we are saying? Because it is amrutam and it is also abhayam, it is shemam. That's why it is known as tripat. It is this is the meaning. It's not that everything 3/4, 1/4. No. Annamayat ekapatvam. Amrutadi trayatmakatvat tripatvam. Padosya vishwabhutani. This is the Purusha Sukta. So whatever we are discussing, Brahmaji, whatever he is saying to the Narada, these 18 sloka also, 17, they are all meanings of the Purusha Sukta. What mantra of the Purusha Sukta is covered? Rigveda. It is from the Rigveda. What Rig is covered here? Padosya vishwabhutani tripadasyamrutam divi. This mantra is covered. 1093. Asya padasa tathasya divi vaikunte yadamrutatmakam tripat. Okay, next. Prabhu. फाइल अभी नहीं मेरे पास, इसको फोटो खींचना पड़ेगा. Points you can get. Next, come to the next sloka. Padastrayo bahishchasan actually sandhi you should do. Aprajanam ya ashramaha antastrilokyastvaparo gruhamedho bruhadvrataha. Translation. Who is there? Who is sleeping? Jai Gopinath Prabhu, not sleeping. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Translation.
Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Translation. The spiritual world, which consists of 3/4 of the Lord's energy, is situated beyond this material world, and it is specially meant for those who will never be reborn. Others who are attached to family life and who do not strictly follow celibacy vows must live within the 3 material worlds.
Yeah. When can you say something is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and yeah, is complete? If that total is limited. If total is infinite, is unlimited, can you say it is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4? Can anyone say this? Mathematician. So that's why Lord's energy are infinite, unlimited. So that's why you cannot say here 1/4, there 2/4, another 3/4. No. Lord's energy is infinite. So infinite, you can use this kind of measures. You can divide the things which is limited, but Lord's energies are unlimited. So that's why that's conception. If you have that kind of conception, please take it out. And here the tripat and ekapat is given in the with a different sense. And now you see here, चतुष्पात्वे त्रिलोकी व्यवस्थावत् पक्षांतरम दर्शयति. पादास्त्रयः बहिश्चासन् अप्रजानां य आश्रमः अन्तस्त्रिलोक्यस्तु अपरः गृहमेध अबृहत् व्रतः. Here it is clearly said what is the meaning of this sloka. There are three padas. Padaha trayah bahishchasan aprajanam yah ashramaha. Three padas belong to whom? Three padas belong to the aprajas. Now come to here. These three padas belong to aprajas. And this is belong to Gruhamedis. Gruhamedina. What is the meaning of aprajaha? Aprajaha, that we have to understand. That is the point he said here. Gruhamedinaha abruhad vrataha. One more point. These three path is belonging to aprajas and one path is belonging to one pada gruhamedinaha, or otherwise abruhad vrataha. च शब्द उक्त समुच्चयार्थः प्रपंचात् बहिः पादः त्रयः आसन्. That means bahihi. These three are outside. Outside to what? Outside to wherever you are. You are in the prapancha. That means they are outside to your place, means they are outside to prapancha. So these three are the outside to, this is prapancha. This trigunatmakam, and one pada, this is prapancha. And these three are the outside to this bahihi. Because every details we need, otherwise how can you understand this spiritual world and material world? Everything is given in the Shastra. प्रपंचात् बहि पादाः त्रयः आसन् प्रपंचात्मकस्य चतुष्पादस्यैव विभागयोक्षयन्तु त्रिलोक्याः. That means बहिश्च अन्ये पादाः त्रयः आसन् इत्येव मन्त्रोऽपि तथैव. One more, that means Purusha Sukta mantra is also saying same thing. These three padas are outside to the one pada. This pada is a prapancha. That means these three padas are outside to the prapancha. Purusha Sukta mantra is also saying. Purusha Sukta 1094. Of the mantra is saying the same meaning. Here, this three path is belong to the aprajaha. Who are those aprajas? Who are those? Aprajaha means what? Brahmachari vanastha yatinam. Aprajanam ashramaha. That means yah. Prapyaha ye lokaha. So, what are these three? These are belong to the aprajas. Who are those aprajas? Brahmachari, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. अतएव धर्मत्रय प्राप्यत्वात् चतुर्णामपि त्रिपात्वम् अपरस्तु चतुर्दः पादस्त्रिलोक्याः अंतर इति गृहमेधः तत्प्राप्यः यस्मात् अबृहद्वताः ब्रह्मचारी रहिताः अतएव उभयथापि पुरुषश्चतुष्पाद इत्यापि. Here brahmachari, vanaprastha and sannyasi means whoever is renouncing the material pleasure. These are all vratas, they are vratadharis. So whoever is renouncing the material pleasure, and why they are renouncing? For attaining the highest bliss, spiritual bliss. So that's why these people they get. Aprajanam means who are not going to get any birth. That means who are following these ashramas rules. So who are not going to get the birth. So that means they are going to the permanently beyond this prapancha. So that's why these three are the planets of aprajanam ashramaha. And fourth one is by the Gruhamedis, and they are not following the any vrata, brahmachari vrata and so. Gruhamedhi is not following the any abruhad vrataha means not following any vratas like brahmachari and so, brahmacharya vrata and so. So those people will be in the prapancha. Okay. So now we can read the purport. The climax of the system of Varnashram Dharma or the Sanatana Dharma is clearly expressed here in this particularly verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. The highest benefit that can be awarded to human being is to train him to be detached from sex life, particularly because it is only due to sex indulgence that the conditioned life of material existence continues. Prabhupada also mentions several times in the previously also. Why we are here as main reason is attached to the sex. Sex indulgence is the cause actually. So birth after birth. Human civilization in which there is no control of sex life is a fourth class civilization, because in such an atmosphere there is no liberation. So without brahmacharya vrata, liberation is, even devotion is also not possible. Without brahmacharya vrata, devotion is impossible. This devotion is not possible. So human civilization in which there is no control of sex life. Okay, next. Birth, death, old age and diseases are related to the material body, and they have nothing to do with the spirit soul. But as long as the bodily attachment for sensual enjoyment is encouraged, the individual spirit soul is forced to continue the repetition of birth and death on account of the material body, which is compared to garment subjected to the law of deterioration. So this body is given, but it is digested actually. In order to award the highest benefit of human life, the Varnashram system trains the followers to adopt the vow of celibacy beginning from the order of Brahmachari. A Brahmachari life is for students who are educated to follow strictly the vow of celibacy. So youngsters who have had no taste of sex life can easily follow the vow of celibacy, and once fixed in the principle of such a life, so one can very easily continue to the highest perfectional stage, attaining the kingdom of three-fourths of energy of the Lord. Yeah, if you follow the strictly, this is the Gnana Marga actually, following the Brahmacharya Vrata and this. So definitely it will liberate you. If you follow Gnana also, it will liberate you from the material world. But on top of there is so many other things are there. Bhakti is also there. So then Bhakti is going to give the even the highest planets of the spirituality. But the basic thing, basic entrance you can get to the spirituality by the Gnana. There is only little bhakti is needed of that, but by the Gnana also you can go. So that's why here it is said, Aprajanam means, so what is the basic qualification? One should be completely free from sex life. So that will give the entry to that. But if you want to go to the higher and higher planets of that, then you need to have the various different bhavas. That means bhakti bhavas. Then you will go to the even the stages of that other stages of the spiritual world. The basic thing is said here. A householder attached to a family life can easily give up such a life of sex indulgence if he has been trained in the principles of the life of brahmachari. A householder is recommended to quit home at the end of 50 years. Panchashordhvam vanam rajet, and live a life in the forest. Then, being fully detached from family affection, he may accept the order of renunciation as sannyasi, fully engaged in the service of the Lord. So that's why this ashram system, varnashram system will help us to regulate the life so that mode of passion and ignorance will be the less. So that sadhana can be, it is conducive for the sadhana. Conducive for the sadhana. That's why this system is necessary for the society. Okay, next, last, the householder and persons who have deliberately broken the vow of celibacy cannot enter into the kingdom of deathlessness. That means amrutam, deathlessness. That is even at least Brahman. If you want to reach the Brahman realization, there is a need of this following the strict brahmachari life. The pious householders or the fallen yogis or the fallen transcendents can be promoted to the higher planets within the material world, but they will fail to enter into the kingdom of deathlessness. So that's why, but you are seeing one doubt you may ask. If you are carefully hearing my class, you should get one doubt, very important doubt. What is that? What I said? One controversial point I said till now. Jay Gopinath Prabhu, yes. So many controversial points.
What I observed is that you haven't told anything for Grihasthas.
No.
You're talking only about the three, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha.
No. One controversial point means that, I said in the Sridhar Swami commentary, it is given that, and also in the 11th canto, Brahmacharis goes to the Janaloka, Vanaprasthis goes to the Tapoloka, and Sannyasis goes to the Satyaloka. And now I am saying they are the liberated souls. You should ask immediately. You said they are going to the certain planets in this material world, and you are saying also here in this sloka it is said that they are going outside to this one prapancha, this one path. This is against going or not? These 2 points are controversial or not? It's not controversial actually. It looks like controversial. Why? You are going to the Janaloka, that means you are promoted actually. Now you are doing the sadhana there, tapasya, and Jana Tapo and Satyaloka, they will be liberated only. They will be liberated souls only. They will be liberated from there. They they will stay till the Brahmaji's lifespan. And after that, they will go back to the according to their destiny. That means they are yogis or they are the jnanis. Then they will go and merge into the Brahman. So like that. So from there they will be up, promoted only, top. That's the point actually. That's why in general sense it is said they are going to that planet, but that just a intermediate stop, but they are going to the upward only. That's the point actually. Don't get confused, huh? Yes, Prabhu. Jai Gopinath Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. I have a comment and also a question. Prabhu.
Yeah.
The first comment I want to make is that like the yogi who have curiosity, they go up different planets and then after that they liberate. Is that something like that?
It's not that like Kramamukti, I'm not saying. It is just after strictly following the Brahmachari Vrata, so you will be promoted to the respectively these lokas, and you will be doing this sadhana once again, continuing the same thing and enjoying also the highest bliss there than the material world. And because you will be given with the full facilities to do the tapasya or the what kind of meditation, whatever you are doing now in this middle world. So if you are perfectly following those, and those will be facilitated even further, and you'll be doing that and going back to the out of this prapancha only. That is the point actually.
Then I have a contradiction with the verse in Bhagavad Gita. Va Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartuna Arjuna.
Mm.
So how that can be accommodated here? If
Means
somebody who is elevated to this level, they are certainly going out, then that verse cannot be accommodated.
yeah, that is the special case, but in general these people will go out, but some maybe there is a chance of fall down also, but most of the times this is the main theme is like this actually. Main point is, so these lokas if you are going means, so this person is upgraded only to the either of that, either of realizations, Brahman realization or otherwise yogi realization. So that is also there. You are saying that is the point. Brahma Bhuvana Loka, so Punaravartante. So that is also point, but that is for the especially, so in the down to that till Brahmaloka also should take, but there is some most of these cases, most of the times, so these jivas they will be going out of the prapancha only. Some risk is there, they can also come back. That's why understanding that risk it is said. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So next, so here that's why if anyone here it is identified, Tripath is attained by the whoever is following the strict celibacy, celibate life. They will be entering into that. So sex life in the renounced order of the life is the most perverted form of the religious life, and such misguided persons can only be saved if by chance he meets a pure devotee. Next sloka. Shruti. Shruti vichakrame vishwang शासनानशने उभे यदा विद्या च पुरुषस्तु भयाश्रयः. So now we have two things. One is the one route is for going these three, that means beyond the prapancha, and one route is in this prapancha. So any jivatma may go to maybe stay back in this prapancha or may go back. These two margas, this is due to vidya and it is due to avidya. These two margas are belonging to the, who is the shelter for this? For these two, Lord is shelter. Yeah, yesterday we have seen, Lord is shelter for all the Nisayans also. His back is the shelter for this generating place for the Nisayans. So in this sloka, Purushastu Ubhayashraya. He is a shelter for two. What is that? Two. Shruti means paths. Two destinies are the two paths. One is Sashana, and is Anashana. Shashana and Anashana. That means karma adi falabhoga tad atikrama yukte. Two. These are the two are there. You can come like this. This is staying back here. This is due to karma phala. Karma phala is enjoyed, and this means it's beyond the karma phala. Avidya ma ekatra vidya. That means this is due to vidya, and this is staying back here due to avidya, which is due to maya. Vidya and avidya. And so Krishna is shelter for both vidya and avidya. Purushaha is a shelter for these two. And that's why we are also seeing Ubhayohi Ashraya and Vakshate cha. Even we are going to see in the next sloka. Okay. Tasmad andam virat jagne. Yasmad andam virat jagne. So from whom? Virat and also Anda came. Andam came. Universal globe. From whom? Who is that? That is from the. From where this Virat Purusha and this Andam came? From the Purusha. So see the purport of this 21. So the word Vishwang is significant in this verse. One who travels perfectly every field of activity is called Purusha or Kshetragna. The two terms Kshetragna and Purusha are equally applicable to both individual self and the supreme self, the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, the matter is explained as follows. Kshetragnam chapi mam viddi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetragna yorgnanam yattat gnanamatam mayamama. So here, Kshetragna means the place, and one who knows the place is called the Kshetragna. The word, the individual self knows about his limited field of activities, but the Supreme Self, the Lord, knows about unlimited field of activities. The individual soul knows about his own thinking, feeling, and will. So, okay. So here, Vishwang, in the sloka, what is there? Vishwang is given. What is the meaning of Vishwang? Vishwang is, who is that? Acha. Vishwang is also Jiva Goswami took as a Jivaha. Jivatma, which goes into these two paths. He took like that. In the word to word, it is given like this. All providing personality of God is a component. Prabhu? Vishwang means Sarvavyapi, Purusha, Purushottama. So, Yete Sruti Prapancha Panjalakshana Jivasya Gati. Okay, sorry. So, Vishwang Sarvavyapi That is a Purusha, Purushottama. It is also, yeah, sorry. It is the personality of Godhead only. But here, Ete Sruti is there. These two paths. These two paths are going by whom? These paths are traveled by whom? Jivasya Gati. There you should take Jivatma. Jivatma is traveling in these two paths. So, and what kind of this paths? One is Karma Phala. Bhoga is there in one path, and another path is beyond the Karma Phala. And tasyaiva tattad akramane hetuhu. So, yad yoyoho jivasya avidya. That means what is the reason for these two paths? So one is for the avidya and another is due to vidya. And Lord is shelter for these two paths. These two paths are due to him only, because he is the creator of everything. So Virat, Andam, Virat Jagne. That's why it is said in the next sloka. That means Tasma Sarva Aishwaryena Ekadesha Aishwaryena Cha Chatushpatvam iti bhavaha. So that's why he is having the four padas of opulence. Vidya and Avidya. These three paths and this one path, and he is shelter for these two paths. This Vidya and Avidya. So two paths are shelter. He is only shelter. That's why he is having the four padas. The path actually. This path. Path one, Vidya, and this is Avidya. Okay, we'll read the purport. The word Vishwang is significant in this verse. That is all pervasive. One who travels perfectly in every field. Okay, every field. Okay, this is we read. And so the living entity has distinguished from the incognizant matter, maybe qualitatively equal to the Lord in cognizance, but living entity can never be equal to the Lord in full knowledge of past, present, and future. Prabhupada is explaining in this paragraph difference between Jivatma and Sarvavyapi means he is the knower of everything. And Jivatma is also known as Kshetrajna, but he is only his consciousness is spreading in the only body. But Lord's consciousness is spreading. Lord is presenting everywhere. He is a Sarvavyapi, all pervasive. That's why he is knower of everything. That difference here Prabhupada is mentioning from the word Sarvavyapi. And because the living entity is partially cognizant, he is therefore sometimes forgetful of his own identity. The forgetfulness is specially manifested in the field of Ekapad Vibhuti of the Lord, or in the material world, but in the Tripad Vibhuti field of actions, or in the spiritual world. There is no forgetfulness by the living entities, who are free from all kinds of contaminations resulting from the forgetfulness state of existence. The material body is symbol of the gross and subtle form of forgetfulness. Therefore, the whole atmosphere of the material world is called avidya. This is avidya. This is material world, one path, and this is vidya. And whereas the whole atmosphere of the spiritual world is vidya, or full of knowledge. There are different stages of avidya, and they are called dharma, artha, moksha. Artha and moksha. The idea of moksha or the liberation held by the monist in the matter of oneness is telling about the Advaitins. So merging in one is also last stage of materialism or forgetfulness. So merging in one, that means Prabhupada is saying, so this kind of ideology is also not fully spiritual. Knowledge of qualitative oneness of the self and super self is partial knowledge and ignorance, and also there is knowledge of quantitative difference is as explained above. The individual self can never be equal to the Lord in cognizance, otherwise he couldn't be placed in the state of forgetfulness. So because there is a stage of forgetfulness of the individual selves or the living entities, there is always gulf difference between the Lord and the living entity. Even spiritual, this Jivatma is entering into the spiritual world, but it cannot become Lord actually. There is a eternal difference is there. Eternal difference. Qualitatively same, but quantitatively there is difference. Okay. Next. Yasmadandam virat jagne bhutendriya gunatmakaha taddravyamatyagad vishvam gobis surya ivatapan. Translation. Vipin Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guru.
Hare Krishna.
From that personality of Godhead are generated all the universal globes and the universal form with all material elements, qualities, and senses. Yet he is aloof from such material manifestations like the sun, which is separate from its rays and heat.
So what is said here? Anda. And Surya, example is given. Sun, globe. Also his rays. He is staying one place and his rays are spreading everywhere. In the same way, Lord is in the spiritual world and also, his energies are spreading everywhere. Like sun's energies are spreading everywhere. So till 21 you should write. Okay? Sloka. Till now whatever I explained, that is answer for Tripad Vibhuti and Ekapad Vibhuti. 15. Now we'll see the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary and also purports from here onwards. Tripad Vibhuti is due to what? Due to the Antaranga Shakti. Yes. Ekapad is due to Bahiranga Shakti. So and he is not having any attachment for the Maya Shakti. But he is also assisting to, or he is helping her also. Yes. So that Maya is able to do her work, bewildering the Jiva. He is helping. Everyone is feeling sleepy. Huh? Class went down, I think. No. Energy is no. Slowly, my ability is going down actually. 2.5 hours, I am not able to speak. 5 minutes break. I don't want actually. I am asking you. Okay. Yasmat Purusha Andam Viracha Jagne. From Purusha what? Anda also came and also Virat Purusha. Both came. Andam came and after that Virat Purusha also came. So what kind of this is Andam? Gunatmakam. It is made up of 3 modes. So he is cause for the production of Virat Rupa, Virat Purusha, and also Brahman does. And he is also entering into the body of Virat Purusha. Yes or no? He is entering in the form of Antaryam. entering into that also, but he is not having any attachment for that. So very good. Bring the new board. Okay, later. Don't. Atikramya. खींच लेंगे, फास्ट चलेंगे बिल्कुल. This Brahmanda and also Virat is appearing. So he is Yasmad Andam. That means from him only this came. From the Lord it came. And also he is, this is due to Bhairanga Shakti. And his abode is due to, he is staying in his abode, and this is due to Antaranga Shakti. So here what is the point? So he is also entering into this, but he is not attached to this. How to understand this? Like sun. Sun is there here. It is entering everywhere in this. In the form of rays, it is entering everywhere in this place. But also it is detached from this. Yes or no? It is staying in the outside to this, detached. It is sending its influence into everywhere. Similarly, Lord is also entering everywhere, but he is detached. To understand this, this example is given. Sun and its rays. In the form of sun, he is situated in where? Sun is situated in his sun Surya Loka only. But he also is sending his influence. He is entering everywhere. Similarly, Krishna is also, Supreme Lord is situated in his own abode. Yes. He is entering everywhere. That is the point. Purport, the supreme truth has been ascertained in the previous verse as Purusha or the Purushottama. Ekapad Vibhuti manifestation of the material energy of the Lord is just like one of the many mistresses of the Lord, by whom the Lord is not so much attracted, as indicated in the language of the Gita, Binna Prakritihi. But the reason of Tripad Bhut being a pure spiritual manifestation of the energy of the Lord is, so to speak, more attractive to him. The Lord therefore generates the material manifestation by impregnating material energy, and then within manifestation, so he expands himself as the gigantic form of Virat Rupa. The Viswarupa, as it was shown to Arjuna, is not the original form of the Lord. The original form of the Lord is his transcendental form of Purushottama or Krishna himself. It is very nicely explained here in that he expands himself just like the sun. This is the example. So you can make question, but question how to make. Okay, next. So in the Brahma Samhita confirms that Lord is what? Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Prabhavitabhis Tabir Yaeva Nijarupataya Kalabhihi Goloka Eva Nivasati. This sloka is also stating that. So Goloka Eva Nivasati. He is staying in his own Goloka. And also his influences are there everywhere. So the way, same sun. That is the meaning of this sloka. And next. यदास्य नाभ्यान्नलिनाद अहमासं महात्मनः नाविदं यज्ञसंभारान् पुरुषावयवान् ऋते. तपोमय प्रभु.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Mm.
When I was born from the abdomen lotus flower of the Lord, Mahavishnu, the great person, I had no ingredients for significant performs except the bodily limbs of the great personality of Godhead.
Yeah. Mahavishnu means Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. Okay, here you should take like that. So here Brahmaji appeared from the Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, that lotus which is coming from his lotus navel. Then why he is saying this? Huh? Now the topic is started. 23rd. What is that? From 23rd? Answer to the 6th question. Yacha. This is started from the Yacha means, so what ingredients are there? So now what is going to happen now? Brahmaji came and after that he wants to worship. Story I will tell, simple story. Till to story means just the summary of this. So 23 to 30. In this 31, 30. 30. So in this what? So Brahmaji is appearing, and then after that he wants to do the sacrifice. That means he wants to conduct a yajna for that. Then he wants so and so and so and so dravyas. That means paraphernalia. So then how to get that? So then he says finally he got that from the limbs of the Lord. He is seeing only limbs of the Lord. When he appeared from the lotus flower, so he wants to worship the Lord. He wants to perform sacrifice for the Lord. So for sacrificing, he is not able to see any other ingredients. He is seeing only limbs of the Lord. So then what happened? But he desired so and so list. He also mentions he wanted that list, but those ingredients are not there. Then those finally came from those are arranged through the limbs of the Lord. That is the ends. That means what? This Vishwam is Bhagavat Param. That you should understand. Yes? Because everything coming from the limbs of the Lord. All the paraphernalia is coming from the limbs of the Lord. Like, so that means to worship the Lord, so you need to use the things which are coming from him only. Like if you want to worship the earth, you will be so using the paraphernalia which is coming from the earth. Like if you want to worship the water, you will be worshipping with the water. Yes or no? The Nadi. So similarly, if you want to worship the Lord, which is coming from his limbs only, we should use. That is a Nyaya. So that's why Brahmaji is also getting all the ingredients from the ingredients which are coming from the Lord. That is a rule actually. If you want to worship, so you should use that paraphernalia. If you want to worship anyone, you should use paraphernalia which is coming from that. So that's why we are worshipping the Lord with these flowers and so, because everything is coming from Lord. Okay, clear? This is 23 to 30. So here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying on this sloka. So, so that is a situation, a scene is like this. That means, Nanu evam purusha eva che sarvam tarhi tad upasakanam tad pujopachara dravyanam cha ततः पृथक्त्वाभावात् तत् प्राप्ति साधनं तत् परिचरणं नाम कीदृक् इति चेत् सत्यं तं विना वस्तुनः वस्त्वन्तराभावात् तस्य परिचरणस्य आवश्यकत्वाच्च पृथिवैः गन्धपुष्प पार्थिवैः गन्धपुष्पादिभिः पृथिव्याः आराधनमिव तदात्मकैः एव वस्तुभिः तद् आराधनं सिद्ध्येत् अत्रैव तदाज्ञा प्रमाणम् इति. This is the point actually. Okay. Now what he said here. So he is saying main point is till now what we understood. So Brahmanda is Anda. In the previous sloka we are saying Anda is coming from him only, and everything is coming from him only. Everything, all the four appearances, the four padas are his own appearance. That means everything he is only. Then how to find the difference between the upasaka and upasya, and what kind of paraphrase we can use? This is the question actually. Purvapakshi is getting this doubt. How can we do? What is the upasaka? Everything is he only. Then how to worship him? Upasaka, who is upasaka and who is upasya? This is a Purvapakshi's doubt. Now answer is what? Answer is, so answer it is said that means without him nothing is possible. That means everything, all the objects, whatever are there, everything is coming from him. But still we can do upasana. Like the objects which are coming from the earth, parthivaihi, that means objects which are coming from the earth, that is example, gandha pushpadibihi, that means agarbattis, pushpa means flowers and so and so. They are all coming from the earth, and those same are used to worship the earth. Prithivya Haradha. In the same way, so we are also going to worship the Lord with the paraphernalia which is coming from his own limbs. So to establish this, so now we are going to this section. Okay, clear? Or do you understood? Tell me. What you understood? Just quickly. Don't take much time.
Krishna. To doing sacrifice need more ingredients, but in the time when Brahma appears, no ingredients was there. So he finds.
That's okay, but later point. Purvapakshi. Purvapakshi's question is what?
Forget.
Okay. Who is going to tell?
Purvapakshi says everything is the Lord. How, who is his I will worship? What is the worship?
Who is the worshipper and who is worshipped? And what are the ingredients we use?
Yes.
Yeah. Then this is a question. Then what is the answer? What is the answer? No? What is the answer?
We use the objects made of earths. Made
Example,
of earth. Yeah, example is that only. Partha, you told that.
So
we use the objects from the ingredients of the earth to worship the earth. Similarly, to worship the Lord, we are using the ingredients which are coming from the limbs of the Lord.
Yes, that is. Jai Gopinath, Prabhu. Okay. Jai Gopinath, tell me.
Prabhu, this is a question regarding 2 verses before.
Purvapakshi.
Shall I ask now or later?
You got, Prabhu?
Yeah, I have a question regarding the 2 verses before I raised that. No, not about Purvapakshi.
Voice is breaking.
No, I am saying, Prabhu, that I raised my hand 2 verses before to ask a question. Shall I ask now or shall I ask later?
Okay, later, Prabhu. Okay, you crossed already.
Okay.
I'll take offline actually.
Okay.
Because I came to know now actually. You asked that question. Okay, now uh, purport Lord Brahma, the creator of the cosmic manifestation, is known as Swayambhu, or one who is born without father and mother. The general process is that living creature is born out of sex combination of the male father and female mother. But Brahma, the first living being, is born out of abdominal lotus flower of the Mahavishnu, plenary expansion of the Lord Krishna. The abdominal lotus flower is part of the Lord's bodily limbs, and Brahma is born out of lotus flower. Therefore, Lord Brahma is also part of Lord's body. Brahma, after his appearance in the gigantic halo of the universe, saw darkness and nothing else. He felt perplexity, and from his heart he was inspired by the Lord to undergo austerity, thereby acquiring the ingredients for sacrificial performance. But there was nothing besides the two of them, namely the personality of Mahavishnu and Brahma himself, born of the bodily parts of the Lord. So, for sacrificial performance by ingredients were in need, especially animals. So the animal sacrifice is never meant for killing the animals. Okay, Prabhupada explained in the Kali Yuga, what is that? What kind of sacrifice we should do? Nama Sankirtan, that he is saying. And next, the impersonalists argue that there is no use in worshipping the Lord when everything is nothing but the Lord himself. The personality, however, worship the Lord out of great sense of gratitude. So impersonalists, they don't worship actually. Similarly, Mother Ganges is worshipped by the water of the Ganges. Okay, the same points we are seeing. Before that, the fruits and flowers are available from the body of the earth, and yet Mother Earth is worshipped by the sensible devotee with ingredients born from the earth. Similarly, Mother Ganges is worshipped by the water of the Ganges, and yet the worshipper enjoys the results of the such worship. So similarly, so Lord is also worshipped by the ingredients which are coming from his own limbs. That is a total thing is that only. So quickly we'll go fatafat. 24. Teshu yagnasya pashavaha savanaspataya kushaha idam cha deva yajanam kalaschorugunanvitaha. I will read translation. For performing sacrificial ceremonies, one requires sacrificial ingredients such as flowers, leaves, and straw, along with the sacrificial altar and suitable time. So these are the ingredients we need. Next, vastunyo shayadaya sneha rasaloham rudo jalam richo yajumshi samani chaturhotram cha sattama. Translation: other requirements are utensils, grains, clarified butter, honey, gold, earth water, the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, and Samaveda, and 4 priests to perform the sacrifice. Next sloka. Namadheyani mantrascha dakshinascha vratani cha devatanukramah kalpaha sankalpa tantrameva cha. Translation: other necessities include invoking the different names of the demigods by specific hymns and vows of recompense in accordance with the particular scriptures for specific purpose and by specific process. That means we also need different mantras, we need different kinds of the vows. That means pratigna dakshana we need, vratas we need to perform the Lord. These are listed here. Okay, next. So gatayo matayaschaiva प्रायश्चित्तं समर्पणं पुरुषावयवैरेते संभारा samruta maya. Translation: thus I have to arrange all these necessary ingredients and paraphernalia of sacrifice from the personal body parts of the personality of Godhead. By invocation of the demigods' names, the ultimate goal, Vishnu, was gradually attained, and thus compensation and ultimate offering were complete. So that means in this sloka, what is said? So now he wants this. So how these are all arranged? Purusha vayavaihi yete sambaraha sambrutaha. Now this is saying the answer. In the previous slokas, we saw the list of the paraphernalia which is needed to worship the Lord, and that list is arranged by what? Not by going to the market, but so how that list is finally fulfilled? By the Purusha avayavaihi. That means by the limbs of the Purusha. Sambharaha means paraphernalia. Sambrutaha means arranged. They are arranged through this. Okay, done. Next. Iti sambruta sambharaha Purusha vayavairaham Tameva Purusham Yagnam Tenai Vayajamishwaram. So finally, Brahmaji is saying, so with paraphernalia is created from the limbs of the Lord, and those that paraphernalia he used and he worshipped. That point is said here. Thus, I created the ingredients and paraphernalia for offering sacrifice out of the parts of the body of the Supreme Lord, the enjoyer of the sacrifice, and I performed the sacrifice to satisfy the Lord. So what lesson we should learn from this actually? So many times we are thinking that we are giving something to the Lord, but what you are giving? We are giving anything? We are not giving. Everything is Lord, and we are giving whatever is belonging to Him, only to Him. So that's why that is the thing. Many times the donors also think that, so they are doing the great favor for the Lord and the devotees. What is that? Everything belongs to the Lord. Yes? So we'll read this purport. People in general are always anxious to have peace of mind or peace in the world, but they don't know how to achieve such a standard of peace in the world. Such a peace in the world is obtainable by performance of sacrifice and by practice of austerity. In the Bhagavad Gita, in the following perception is recommended. Bhokta Ramagna Tapasam. That means karma yogis know that Supreme Lord is the factual enjoyer and maintainer of the sacrifices and of the austere life. They also know that the Lord is the ultimate proprietor of all planets and is the factual friend of all living entities. Such a knowledge gradually converts the karma yogis into the pure devotees of the Lord through the association of unallied devotees, and thus they are able to be liberated from the So that means if you offer the results of the karma, that is the beginning of this. So then that will lead to the Vasudeva Katharuchi, Savaipum Samparo Dharma. So then after that, the Dharma will become the pure devotee. So that is the thing. And Brahma, the original living being within this material world, taught, so you can open the doors actually. Better. Humidity is increasing. So the word sacrifice suggests dedication of one's own interest for satisfaction of a second person. That is the way of all activities. Every man is engaged in sacrificing his interest for others, either in the form of family, society, community, country, or the entire human society. But perfection of such a sacrifice is attained when they are performed for the sake of Supreme Person. All of you know this. So Prabhupada purports, many are the very, that means known points, and if anything, that's why I'm not giving explanation, I'm just reading out. If you feel any difficulty on understanding that also, so please let me know. Okay, Punit Prabhu. Yeah. The whole world is engaged in sacrificing energy for advancement of the learning, social upliftment, economic development, and plans for the total improvement of the human condition. But no one is interested in sacrificing for the sake of the Lord, as it is advised in the Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, there is no peace in the world. So Prabhupada mentions many times, this is the basic principle. If everyone is a Lord centered, then so everything, there is a harmony and there is a peace in the society, and there is a unity and there is a synergy. That's the point. Tataste bratara ime Prajanam patayo nava. Ayajan vyaktam avyaktam. Purusham susamahita. Translation, my dear son, therefore, thereafter your 9 brothers, who are the masters of the living creatures, perform the sacrifice with proper rituals to satisfy both the manifested and unmanifested personalities. Then after that, Brahmaji is saying, so I did first, then after that, your brothers also continued that. Prajapatis, they also tried to satisfy the Lord. So through the sacrifices with these ingredients, that system is developed by the first, by Brahmaji. Sacrifice. That's the point. The manifested personalities are the demigods, like the rulers of the heavenly kingdom, Indra and his associates. Who are those 9? Is there given in anywhere? I didn't find actually. Those names are not there. Okay. एवं च तेन देव अजायन्ते इत्यस्य पुरुषं जातमग्रत इत्यस्य चार्तो दर्शयति. नेक्स्ट ततश्च मनवः काले. क्या हो गया? ततश्च मनवः काले ईजिरे ऋषयो परे पितरो विबुधा दैत्या मनुष्या क्रतुभिर्विभुम्. So then first Brahmaji's sons they did, and then after that, thereafter the Manus, the fathers of mankind, the great sages, the forefathers, the learned scholars, the Daityas, and the mankind performed sacrifice meant to please Supreme Lord to get their result, their desires, to get fulfilled their results. Okay, next. Narayano Bhagavati Tadidam Vishwamahitam Gruhita Mayoruganaha. Gruhita Mayoruru Gunaha. So Sargadavaguna Swataha. Translation. All the material manifestations of the universe are therefore situated in his powerful material energies, which he accepts self-sufficiently, although he is eternally without affinity for the material modes. What is the meaning of this sloka? Understood? All the material manifestations of the universe are therefore situated in his powerful material energies. So idam vishwam, this is this sloka. Yadadishtanam, this question is answered by this sloka. Okay, this question is answering which this is the answer for this sloka is the answer for which question? Yadadishtanam. Question number 2. Yes. Yeah. So that means this material world is existing in Vishwam Tadidam Idam Vishwam Ahitam Bhagavati Ahitam. That means it is in the it is situated in Lord. That means the Adhisthana, the shelter for this Vishwam is, that is a question Narada asked. So now Brahma is replying. So shelter for this material universe is, material creation is a Lord. That is the point. So any important discussion points in this purport? See, suggest any point. Therefore, entire material manifestation situated in Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The impersonal conception of the Supreme Truth is due to lack of knowledge only. And this fact is clearly explained by Brahmaji. So, who is supposed to be the creator of the universal affairs? Brahmaji is the highest authority in the Vedic wisdom, and his assertion in this connection is therefore the supreme information. So, till now, what you understood from this 6th chapter and 5th chapter? You want to say, anyone wants to say within 2 lines? Yes, Prabhuji. Within 2 lines. Quickly, we'll go to the next.
So,
Ah.
5th chapter, there is a Virat Roop. First, how creation took place.
Yeah.
Like Abhyakta, Lord, and Abhyakt Prakriti, then Kal.
Karana Srishti and Karya Srishti is explained in the previous chapter.
Previous chapter.
Ah.
After that, there is a Brahmanda, how Brahmanda became. Then
Yes.
how Lord entered.
Yes.
And Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Antaryami.
Yes.
And that Virat form is there.
Yes.
Then after that, all elements taken from Virat's limbs.
Yeah.
Just the Virat, whatever Brahmandas, no? Limbs are taken from Virat. And Brahmaji took. Others for creation.
No, Brahmaji took what? Are?
Virat bodies, limbs, just creation previously.
Ingredients.
Limbs. Then
You created Brahmanda and also you created Virat Purusha, then after
No.
that ingredients.
no, Brahmaji took ingredients for staying.
In between, there's so much big chapter you left.
And I will tell. Then before that, discuss Ek Pad Vibhuti and Tripad Vibhuti in detail.
That is, and before that, 1 to
Today
16.
started with Ek
No,
Pad Vibhuti.
total 5 to 6. I am asking. So just here in the 5th chapter, so that question is asked by the Narada. Sorry, Parikshit Maharaj is asking question in which chapter? In the 3rd chapter, 4th chapter is asked. So to answer that, Sukadeva Goswami is taking the discussion between the Narada and the Brahmaji. It is in which? It is in the 5th chapter. It is starting from the 5th chapter. So that's the creation, how it happened. So it is the main question. So that is said in the 5th chapter in the form of Karana Srishti and the Karya Srishti. And after that, so Karya Srishti means, what is the meaning of Karya Srishti? Karana Srishti and Karya Srishti, what is the difference? Who is going to tell? Raise the hand. Till what we say Karana Srishti? Tell. Mike, you should take mic and tell.
Till the point all the ingredients are created.
Creation of the 23 elements is the Karana Srishti. Then after that, now you have atta. Then what you should do? You should put the water and then make the dough. So then after that you can make the chapatis. So now you have the flour. Flour is there, then but you want to put something to make together. What is that? Water. So here what we put in these 23 elements? Karanamasa Vishnu entered. Okay. Lord Karanamasa Vishnu entered. What he entered? He sent the Shakti, Samhanana Shakti. What is that? Samhanana Shakti. So that is bringing together everything. So that you can, if you want to make chapati, you have to bring all the flour into one assembly. Yeah. So then after that, what it came? Anda came. Anda is staying on the water for how many years? 1000 years. Then after that, so from there, so he entered Karanamasa Vishnu into everyone. So then after that, expanded into the Virat. Virat came from him, from the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. And also Garbhodak Sai Vishnu breaking that Brahmana came out. Yes, inside and outside both. Then after that, then what happened? Virat Purusha is there. Now Virat Purushas, so yogis, they use Virat Purusha for the sake of meditation. How? They will be meditating on various limbs of yogis, in the Virat Purusha, as the various planets, so that they can continue their meditation. It's over. Then after that, what happened? Then 6th chapter is started. So 6th chapter is once again. So what we are saying? So Virat Purusha, ingredients, various ingredients are produced. Actually, they are all coming from where? The main point is the limbs of the Virat Purusha is also is created based upon the from the different limbs of the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. This is the we are going to discuss. So now prana is there in the Garbhodak Sai Virat Purusha. Then from where that prana is coming? That's the Vayu. So then it is coming from the prana of the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. Some Agni is there in the digestive fire or the Agni. Some are Indradishtan Devatas in the Virat Purusha means the sum total of all these. So those there. So why they are coming from the where? From the mouth of the. So like this, various ingredients of various limbs or the parts of the Virat Purusha are coming from the various limbs of the who? Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So that means from this we are understanding. But what is that? We are already understood everything is coming from the Maya. That means 23 elements, Prakruti. But why we are saying, so here actually everything is coming from the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu also we are saying, because Karya, Shakti is doing some activity means Shaktiman is also is a doer, because there is no difference between the Shakti and Shaktiman. So that means some internal details this. So 23 elements are coming, and then after that different items are created in the Garbhodak Virat Purusha. So different elements are there. Those how they are coming. 23 elements are not sufficient. They should be mixed. Then prana should be created. This Agni should be created. This should be created. That should be created. So many hands, legs, so many created. Then so you cannot say just 23 elements by itself. They cannot do anything. So some process is needed actually. That means he is holding all this energy, ingredient energy, 23 elements energy with him, and through that, so some internal process and so some more details are there. So those you will learn after the getting the so liberation. So those all you will be so seeing that production of all these ingredients from the different limbs of the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So then after that we understood everything is coming from the life. Matter is also coming from the life. Then after that next Brahma came. So Brahmaji, what he is saying? Brahmaji started speaking in 18th sloka onwards. Brahmaji is telling about the, so hey, Narad, not this much only is the Lord's creation, but there is spiritual creation also is there. That is having the features of three. That's Abhayam Tripat, because it is having the three features. That's Abhayam, Amritam, and Kshemam. That's the reason. And this middle world is having only one feature, that is Martyam. Martyam means it's due to karma phala. It's Jivadrushtam is the cause for this. Jivadrushtam is main. So then after that Brahmaji came to the he's telling his experience. Even the ingredients, whatever we have to worship him, are also coming from his limbs only. That we have seen. So give me another 10 minutes and we'll finish 34 and we'll leave. Okay? Not okay. I am okay actually. Okay. I am okay for okay. I am not okay for not okay. Okay. कौन सा 32? सृजामि तन्नियुक्तोऽहं हरो हरति तद्वशः विश्वं पुरुषरूपेण परिपाति त्रिशक्तिदृक्. Pitambar Chaitanya translation.
By his will, I create. Lord Shiva destroys, and he.
I create. Lord Shiva destroys, and
he himself maintains everything. He is
okay. So by his will, I create. That means Brahma is doing the creation, secondary creation. That is by his will. And Lord Shiva is destroying. By his will, Lord Shiva destroys. And he himself comes and maintains. So he is the powerful controller of these three energies. These three energies are under his control only. So, but that means Krishna himself is coming and he is not having the any, connection with these modes. He is controlling the Sattvaguna. Through Sattvaguna, Vishnu controls, Vishnu maintains, and through the Rajoguna, Brahmaji creates, and Shiva through the Tamoguna, he destroys. But all these gunas, they are, Vishnu is not having any direct connection with the Sattvaguna, but other two have the direct connection with those two gunas, Rajas and Tamas. So by distance only, Vishnu by distance only, he is not touching that Sattvaguna. By distance only he does. He controls that. That is the difference between the Vishnu and Brahma and Shiva. That is difference. So that's why we should worship Vishnu only, not others. Idite bihitam tata yadedamanu pruchasi nanyad bhagavatah kinche bhavyam sadasadatmakam. Sarveshu.
My dear son, whatever you inquired from me, I have thus explained unto you, and you must know for certain that whatever there is, either as a cause or as effect, both in the material and spiritual worlds, is dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah. Previous sloka, actually 32, is the answer for the Yatah, Yat Param, Yat Paraha. Yat Paraha, this is answered. Okay? 32nd. I will tell one important point in the next class, okay? About the gunas. Why Sattvaguna is not touching the Vishnu, Rajo and Tamoguna, they are touching the Brahma and Shiva. Logical point. I will tell tomorrow class. So I have to get it some. That is important point many times. So they are all in association of, and they have the direct contact with those modes. But Vishnu is not having any direct contact. What is the reason? Technical reason. So there is so technical reason is behind this. Sattvaguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, they have the differences among them because of this. Okay. And now in this sloka, what he is saying, 33rd, he is saying that, my dear son, whatever you inquire, I everything explain, okay? All questions are answered till now. Anything is remaining? Punit Prabhu? No. 10 questions. Those 10 questions are four are remaining. Na? Those 4 questions I don't know when they will be answered. He's not here. Is dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvara Paramah Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. That means ultimately everything is, we understood what? Krishna is the cause of all causes. This is the main understanding we got from this. 34 onwards, 34 to 38 is what? He is telling. It's not possible to completely know the Lord. Okay, we'll see tomorrow these things. 12 slokas. And finish it and go to the next chapter. This is having some discussion actually. important discussion. Commentary is there. Okay, tomorrow I will explain. Thank you very much for your patient and kind hearing. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Huh? Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Any questions or anything? Can we make any questions on the till discuss in the last? Okay, last you can make a question on that. What is that? That is how Lord is worshipped. How to get the how the necessary paraphernalia for worshipping the Lord is achieved. How the paraphernalia needed to worship the Lord is achieved. Give the two examples also. Give the two examples means you should give the example of earth example and also Ganges example. Or you should write this paraphernalia needed something, and these are also gotten by the are achieved through the limbs of the Supreme Lord. Answer is 27th sloka is the main. That means tasya avayavaihi sambharaha sambrutaha. This point you should come. If this point came, then your answer is right. Otherwise, out. Okay. Before that, Tripad Vibhuti, Ekad Vibhuti, Ekapad Vibhuti, total full discussion you should write. What is Abhayam? What is this, that? Don't shortcut, don't put those slokas nicely explain that. All the points. Okay. How many slokas? 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. 22 also, no? 21. 21. Okay. 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, two questions. That is 15, and this is 3 marks only. This last question. And also you should apply your life also this. It's not for exams and forgetting. And I hope I don't need to say this again and again, because many devotees are elder than me, they're seniors also. And I'm not going much into the all the time. So you should do this, you should do this. Just I'm explaining, because that is, it's obviously we are, that itself, hearing itself will bring the change. It's not that you should apply into your personal life this. So obvious that is all grown-up children, grown-up students, and any special application is there, so we can discuss. Prabhupada always writes in his purport whatever we want to learn. So other than that, I should not say anything. I don't want to say anything specially from my so-called inexperience of devotion. So just I can speak whatever is there in the purports and commentaries. That much I can do. That is only my limit actually. That is, I cannot do more than that. But devotees who are in the more than 30 years, 40 years in the moment, so they might be having the great realizations, and you can get even more understanding from them, more realizations. But I am a neophyte and I don't have that much realizations. I can just speak from the books. Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.